Good morning, everybody. I'm Kathy Locke, along with Jan Kehm, and I wanted to just thank everybody that helped us in this endeavor. It was quite a interesting project. Both Jan and I decided that we were interested, we were curious as to how we could improve our program and meet the needs of students in our area. And I'll just say this semester and next year, we have such an opportunity because the tuition at Spartanburg Community College is free. So as I've looked through my classes, I have even more males this time than I've ever had. So this has been quite an opportunity. And I think we will take the data that we've learned and apply it to this large group of students that we now have in our program. We are going to first start by showing you the statistics that we came up with. We have quite a bit of data about different surveys that we showed. We went through all of our programs. That's AOT, AOT legal, AOT medical demographics. And then Jan, you're going to be discussing the average demographics. We didn't want to go through all these charts with you, but we wanted to show the data that we have come up with. So Jan, take it away.
Thank you, Kathy. We, and starting out for this project, we wanted to pull some historic data from our past students. So we looked at between 2016 and 2020, and our institutional effectiveness group shared some data with us in regards to the gender, the race, whether some of our students were first generation. We found in the past that there's some obstacles for first generation students as well. So we compiled that together, and we reached, this is the average of all of our programs for those past 5 years. So we looked at the raw data, and from that point is where we wanted to, from that exploration, we wanted to move forward what was some of the objectives from the data that we encountered. And immediately we recognized that we were seeking more males in the AOT program. We can tell that from the classroom composition and also again from some of the data that we received. In addition, just in discussion, we wanted to analyze some of our publications and printed materials. We realized that there was lots of pictures of women in the program, so we wanted to kind of expand and include some images and some likenesses of other men in the program. So also another objective was to identify the perceptions of the program and any documented biases that we had regarding projects that we're doing, you know, the male role as an administrative professional. And then throughout this process, we want to examine those gaps for the demographic groups, gender, race, other things that rise to the top that we want to address as part of our quest for diversity and inclusion. So again, initial data revealed that very few men pursue administrative careers, administrative professionals, and this was the topic for our initial investigation.
And then this is where we developed our hypothesis that men don't enroll in the AOT programs because of gender classification. So we were able to brainstorm this. Besides Jan and myself, we had Marion and Edith help us as well. And so it was great to be able to have this kind of tool to go through and see exactly what the effects were. And it was just really, for me, revolutionary. So then, Jan, if you want to go to the next slide, we did research on the root causes. We developed the hypothesis, like I said, and we decided to test it by using a survey or surveys. And Jan, you're going to go ahead and show them the survey questions now.
Yeah, we talked again, Kathy and I teach across disciplines. So we had included our courses that we managed this summer to conduct some surveys through our online learning platform. And we typically ask some questions about if they would be interested in administrative assistant, some of the reasons for their interest. Again, we want some reasons they would not pursue a career as an administrative assistant, and then of course we were capturing some of their gender identity so that we could reinforce our hypothesis of men not being actively involved in the program. So we did this again because we teach across different disciplines. We did have courses that had some men in there, as opposed to just giving a survey with AOT courses, because again, currently the majority is just women. So from the results of the survey that was conducted, we had a total of 88 participants in that. And again, 71% identified that they were interested in a career in administrative office technology. 19% of those said no, and then there was some hesitation. About 10% of our respondents said that they might consider it. We gathered the gender of our respondents. Again, you can see the large portion were still female. About 19 of our respondents through this summer were male, and then we had a few that did not wish to identify themselves. And so again, in their interest, what would draw them to develop a career as an administrative office professional, to be a part of our AOT programs? It was very interesting to see that the hours and work environment was the majority of the interest, of the draw for these potential administrative professionals for students in the program. And we hope to explore that further and kind of see, what's the specifics of why the hours and the work environment appeals to them.
And one thing we didn't do was do a test on or ask about their age. So looking back at this career enticements, I'm really curious as to the hour and the work environment. We were thinking, men don't go into the program because of income and benefits, but really the enticement is the hour and the work environment. And I think that's something that we need to explore to entice more millennial age students into the program.
And then finally, based on the survey we conducted this summer, we wanted to acknowledge what were the deterrents, what were the reasons that they would not be interested in participating in the AOT programs or moving on in their career. And again, rising to the top was the salary and a high stress. So I think that brings opportunities for further investigation to see what their perceptions are. The next one was they had no role mentor or expectations of what that career field is all about. Also, they were receiving negative recommendations. Someone mentioned earlier that they know somebody that works in that field and they thought it was hard. And then finally, the next largest feedback about career deterrent was that they thought it required too much education. So these are factors that we want to continue to explore and build on to try and address some of these negative issues.
And now we looked at our objectives, and we do want to create an environment where students feel safe and can question the status quo. And we want to be able to ensure that our programs and our communications do not allow for bias. So we're examining our program language to make sure that it recognizes all individuals. And we're going to implement these strategies or interventions beginning we started in the summer, and we're going to continue to build and refine. And then we're going to measure the results through increased and diverse enrollment. And like I said, we have a wonderful opportunity now because we have so many more students that we can reach out to. And now Jan's going to finish us off here with the lessons that we've learned.
So again, we appreciate the opportunity to be part of this. This was definitely a refresher in culturally responsive teaching, and we've benefited from that to readdress that. We want to look. Some of our lessons is to continue to look at our publications, our addendums, our assignments, and even our overall pedagogy to evaluate and perhaps redesign so we can be more diverse and inclusive of gender, race, and even accommodating some of our disability students. We want to recognize and overcome any unconscious bias that allow us to be more objective. We can make more diverse and inclusive decisions for our programs and for our students. And then we want to focus on the students adding value, what we can learn from them, getting feedback from them on how to make our programs better and what they're looking for. Again, on teamwork activities to build their skills and to make the program needs unique to what they need to build on. And that's a lot of lessons learned, and we're excited to continue and build on what we've accomplished these last months with our faculty teaching program. Any questions?